My grandma died from it, and I almost got killed from it. My grandma smoked for 70 plus years. It caused lung cancer. On her deathbed, she smoked cigarettes. Well, before she died, I was 5 months old. My mom had brought me to see my grandmother. She was holding me in her arms and looked down and noticed that I was no longer breathing. They had to rush me out of the house and outdoors to fresh air to get me to start breathing again. I didn't choose to be exposed to smoking, but my grandmother did. She chose her death, and I didn't want to choose mine. Today we're going to talk about the impacts of smoking and secondhand smoking. We're also going to discuss the solution to stop it. What does smoking do to you? Let's look at some of the outwards that it could do to you. This is two twins. One smoked and the other one did not. And you can tell from wrinkles in the forehead. The wrinkles in the forehead, the wrinkles in the lips, and her saggy eyes, and how disgusting it is. And this is what happens outward. Here's another twin. Sunspots become apparent. Your skin becomes more fragile. You get crow's feet around your eyes. And here's lungs, smoking and non-smoking. That's just a little bit of what happens on the outside. What happens on the inside is much worse. Smoking causes many diseases: heart disease, bronchitis, emphysema, and strokes. WebMD says 20% of heart disease deaths come from smoking. They also said, quote, "People who smoke a pack a day have more than twice the risk of a heart attack than non-smokers." And we all know the biggest disease of all, cancer. But it isn't just lung cancer like we all think. It's oral cancer, throat cancer, esophageal cancer, pancreatic cancer, cervical cancer, kidney cancer, bladder cancer, ovarian cancer, colon cancer, and sometimes leukemia. The American Cancer Society also says 80% of lung cancer's deaths come from smoking. The Center of Disease Control said all adult males who smoke lose of 13.2 years of their lives. Women lose 14.5 years of their lives. Now that we've talked about the direct smoking, let's talk about secondhand smoking, which affects most of us. There are two types of secondhand smoking: side stream, which is the butt of the cigarette, and mainstream, what the smoker exhales. American Cancer Society says secondhand smoking is known to cause cancer. There are 7,000 chemicals in the smoke. 250 are harmful. 69 cause cancer. American Cancer Society said 3,400 non-smokers die of lung cancer because of secondhand smoking. 1 million children get asthma because of secondhand smoking. And the leading cause of absence in schools these days is asthma. Now we know the causes of smoking, let's discuss the solutions. The obvious one, ban smoking. We all know it's disgusting. We know it causes death. So why not ban it? Well, many people have tried, but they have gotten nowhere with it. So what can we do? We can walk up to a stranger, like my mother does, and ask to put the cigarette out because it is harming her children, in a nice, polite way. You can also move away from it. If there's someone standing in a restaurant, outside a restaurant, because you can't smoke in restaurants nowadays, move away from it, or politely ask them to put it out, like my mom. Or do what my sister does, who's a little obnoxious about it, and coughs really loud, because she's allergic to it, and she can get an asthma attack from it. That's a little blunt about it, though. I wouldn't suggest that. They give her dirty looks. We might not be able to get a law change because of it, but we can change the future by asking politely and staying away from the secondhand smoke.